What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, July 11th, 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all very much. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope your week's off to a great start. Well, today is Sun square Chiron day. Sun at 19 Cancer, Chiron at 19 Aries. So we were feeling it yesterday, and today's the day. So definitely a lot of, wounds can be getting brought up, a lot of emotions, a lot of identification stuff. Like there could be questions like, who am I? Almost like we thought we knew, we had it all figured out. We've done all the healing, all the work. I know exactly who I am. Boom, I don't know who the F I am. Now, that's not going to be the case for everybody, but that's a possibility, because going through some of these changes and shifts that are going around in life, there can be that question that can come up. Now, these are two cardinal signs, Aries and Cancer, and we can definitely want to really initiate healing too. And I don't think that it's about rushing healing work. Like, healing is a lifelong journey, So go about things, take your time. I think with the moon in Taurus here, and especially with moon Jupiter, the abundance is in having some patience, taking our time, feeling things out, processing our emotions, doing the little things in the physical world that do make us feel good, that do uplift our spirits, can get us out of a lot of a funk. Because at the same token, trying to rush healing and expedite it, is it even doing the work, right? And the moon's even going to sextile Saturn before it gets to Jupiter, with Saturn at 7 degrees of Pisces. So we're also going to see that, which is nice backup. So we have moon Jupiter conjunct today. We have moon sextile Saturn. So it's like the effort and the work that we put in to finding ways to ground our emotions, to find things that build up our hope and bring more abundance into our life and make us feel good. And I think the willingness to take time instead of try to expedite things or just make some huge thing happen because this will bring the healing I'm looking for. It's more about like really trusting the process of whatever comes up, trust it, heal from it, learn from it, take it into account, put it in a storage bank, of life lessons so that you can grow and continue on this journey. Again, there can be instances of guilt or really having like our ego popped with Mars coming into Virgo. It is on Regulus, finishing up there today and coming to 1 degrees, but it's just getting real about things, doing the necessary things, being able to put the work in our lives to make little adjustments and little tweaks and to be able to act analytically, and to act smart about certain situations instead of just the impulse to make something happen that we think is going to heal us. Like, let's just go through the process. Let's feel these things. Let's understand our emotions. Let's kind of sit with things for a little while. Taking time to process emotion right now will bring abundance into your life. It'll bring better situations. It'll bring more clarity. It'll bring better feelings. So I think that it's important today to not get swept away by the wave. And I think that we can want to do something immediately to feel better. And it's like little things that we can appreciate, that we have, that do make us feel good. Remember to look at the abundance that you've already achieved, that you have had. Even if you feel like you're at a low in life, you've done something that brought a good feeling into your life. You've had feelings of good moments. We all have. It, it, it's inevitable. I feel very confident to say that everybody watching this has had a moment of feel-good energy. We have to remember those times and to know that they're not elusive. They're right there for the taking. So we have to be willing to believe that everything can be beautiful and, harmonious and put together and pure and abundant and fruitful, so that we can keep growing this garden of life and keep striving and take the hits as they come, because life brings hits. It's going to bring up past stuff. Even with Mercury now in Leo and Venus getting ready for a retrograde in Leo, Leo deals a lot with ancestry, so, because it's Maga too in Vedic astrology. It brings a lot from like our ancestry. So there's ancestral healing. It's even Cancer season. Like there's family trauma stuff that can come up. There's a lot of things, and some of it can be subconscious, some of it can be you're extremely conscious of and aware of. We have to accept things for what they are and do the necessary little steps piece by piece with the inner emotional knowing and feeling that there's always going to be better. Now, it doesn't really matter. I feel like today's a good example of like, it doesn't matter if you're on the high of all highs or if you're at the low of all lows, because we're all on that spectrum somewhere together. If you're at the low, 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 this is definitely keep that positivity going, because you're going to get up. And we need to have that persistence and that dedication and that willingness to get up, to get off the ground. And if we're at the top, we also have to have that willingness to know that if we stumble and take a step backwards or slide down the hill a little bit, that we have the strength to keep going too, because we're doing the work right now. And that's more of an emotional thing, more of an inner thing. Everybody can, think right now the work's all about literally like work or career, how much we're physically manifesting, and that's the work. But the work right now is your emotional framework, your emotional foundation. How you can find stability within yourself through any situation. And that strength and that security of just knowing that you are a stable, creative force is all you need no matter what. Whether you're at the top and you slip and you got to get back up, or if you're at the bottom and you got to start climbing again because there's nowhere else to go. It doesn't matter. We all need it. So wherever you're at on the mountain right now, I think if you apply that to your day, you'll definitely figure out and find the strength to adjust and to go through healing moments and to find acceptance and the purity of the acceptance that can really be a huge, force to project you forward on your personal trajectory, whatever that may be, whether it's the downslope or the upslope. We got to go forward into whatever it is and take accountability and responsibility, and also find acceptance for what the healing is right now, because there's abundance in the healing. There's greatness in the healing, and there's power and strength in the healing. So whatever that means to you in your life right now, I hope that it helps and you can apply that. And we'll see what the tarot has to say about that. The Hierophant. Yeah, slow and steady, having that faith, having that, really solid foundation that you believe in deep within you, that is your grounding force, that keeps you going forward, that keeps you looking up, at life, that there's more above, that there's more ahead of you. That stability and that force is a huge thing. And I think a lot of it is faith-based right now. No matter where we're at, it's faith that we're going to keep going up, and that the trajectory is always a spiral up, even when it feels like it's a moment of the most epic spiral down, or even just a little step back, so that we can make 2 more steps forward. The Knight of Pentacles upright. I think, again, it's like slow and steady is going to bring the most power and the most force. And it's just, nothing has to be rushed. Like even the Knight of Pentacles knows it doesn't have to rush. It just steady goes about its business and handles work. And that's the gift that we have right now, is it's just a steady, just chunk it out. Boom, boom, let's go. We're going to get there, so that's where the power's at, and that's where the, I think the reward lies. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's one of those days where our emotions can definitely, we might not feel like everything's out to keep us safe or nurtured. We could feel very under attack, and it's likely an attack on ourselves. I really doubt, and it can go different ways for different people, but and a lot of that would be a projection onto another person. But it's not so much about like people are the reason why you don't feel safe. It's because there's actually, their reflection that we're not feeling, secure and nurtured within ourselves, or that we're lacking some little bit of that. So I think today's really an important day to really find that nurturing strength and stability within ourselves, and to know that we can always take care of ourselves. We can always nurture ourselves back to health, back to 100%. So today can definitely feel like we're running a little low. We can be really hard on ourselves. We can hold a lot of stuff from the past that come up today, and we got to deal with these things. slow and steady wins the race. Deal with it piece by piece. No matter where you're at on the mountain right now, remember that you gotta take care of yourself, and you gotta take a lot of emotional accountability right now, and just a lot of it's self accountability for everything that takes place, and own up to that without letting it just pop the ego so bad that you feel like you have to give up. But maybe some of us need the ego popped so that we realize exactly how strong we are once that does get popped. So it could go a couple different ways, but it can feel like there's not a lot of we're walking a trapeze today, and it can feel so fun and exciting at 1 second, and like, yeah, slow and steady, and I'm balanced and things are good, and then all of a sudden we fall and we realize there is no safety net, and we have to take the fall, and it hurts. Assuming we don't die. I don't think anybody's gonna, well, look, there's somebody in the world that's gonna die today. That's just the way it is. But, I'm assuming and praying that none of you have to go through that fall. But there's a fall today, and let's say the trapeze is 10 feet off the ground. All right, look, it's gonna hurt when we fall. We're not talking about a high wire here. Not to get too literal, but we'll take a fall. We'll take a hit, and we'll get back up no matter what happens. And it doesn't matter if both our legs break, because eventually we're going to get back up, and that's just the thing. And we all have to figure that out in our own life of where we're at and what kind of a fall comes, because some people are going to fall and not break a bone. They're going to get right back up and keep going, and other people are going to fall and they're going to break their legs, and they're going to have to really nurture and take care of themselves to get back from astrology like this, and just this time to be alive. And there's no win here by a certain amount of time to get somewhere. This is whatever your own healing is. You have to accept what it is and take it step by step. For some, it's not going to be as drastic. For others, it's going to be drastic. So look, you have to not put it into such a broad category, I would say, but to look at it in your own life and how you can use that to best get yourself to the next leg of life and the next leg of our healing. Healing's lifelong. So we don't, I know we all want to rush it, especially the spiritual community. Everybody wants like the secret sauce that's going to bring the healing and just make everything better. And, you'll go through modality after modality after modality, after this, after that, after this ceremony, that, like you'll good luck finding the secret sauce. It's a lifelong journey, and it isn't about something that you did. It's literally just about what's going on within you, how you feel, how you take care of yourself, how you nurture yourself, how you love yourself, and how you value and how you hold yourself. All these are the most important things. So, no secret sauce, step by step, until we go to the next life. Remember that. And just when you think you've done all the healing and you've done all the work and you're done, you're not. That's the truth. And maybe that's the truth some people need to hear. There's always going to be something that tests our consciousness, our being, our physicality, and our strength. So this is a good day to remember that and to not let it put you into a really upsetting place, but to take accountability and to grow and move forward. I love you all. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.